I'm all about that pain because it means I'm invested. Hello! Welcome back. I know I said I would be uploading with consistency, yet here I am a month later with nothing. Well, not anymore. I got a haircut and I had many technical problems, so I've lost footage of all the stuff that I was recording. Anyway, not the point of this video. I don't know about you, but I have two types of TBR. There's the TBR that I know I'm gonna finish in the near future, and then there's the other TBR. The TBR that I will finish it, but I don't know when. I'm a very moody reader. I used to be able to just pick up a book and I could just read it in one go because I had no other, books that I was reading. But now I have to be in a very particular mood to read a certain book, otherwise I'm just not gonna read it. I'm also an impulsive book buyer. If I see a book on my Goodreads that is on special online, I am such a tight ass, so it's like, no, I have to buy it now. I know I will read it later, but I have to buy it now while it's on special. So, I mean, hey, a good deal is a good deal. Let me show you what I have. First up, I will be reading The Great Gatsby, next week. I'm reading this for uni, and it's surprisingly small, which I wasn't expecting. I am very excited to read this because it's a classic. I think I'll fly through it, hopefully. The Falcon of Sparta by Con Eagleton. I think that's how you say it. I've already started reading it. If you love anything to do with ancient Greece, you have to read this. This story follows the Persian prince Cyrus, who is betrayed by his older brother, who almost kills him in order to have no one fight over the throne. But that is the worst thing he could have done, because Cyrus wants revenge. And he wants to come back and take the throne from him. And he does this with the help of the Spartans, who are so badass. They will literally go down in a blaze of glory, laughing with witty banter. Eagleton, I'm pretty sure, studies this sort of historical area, I think. He has other historical books like this, so he's very much qualified to write a story about the Spartans. Not only that, but Socrates also shows up in this, which is really cool to see. If you love warriors and you love Greece, check it out. A Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir. This is the third book in the Ember and the Ashes trilogy, which is my favorite YA trilogy. And I will be doing a video on it, so stay tuned for that if you're an Ember fan. I absolutely adore it. I won't say too much because obviously this is the third book. This has been on my shelf since late 2018, and the only reason I have not read it is because I've been waiting for my friend to read it. But I don't know when she's reading it, so now I have to read it because the final book is coming out, which leads into my next book, A Sky Beyond the Storm. I am so scared, but so excited. Sabaa, please don't kill Elias. Elia. She's gonna make it hurt, but I'm all about that pain because it means I'm invested. But I will be reading it in December. That's what I intend because it's the final book. I have to. And I don't want to get spoiled on anything online, so expect that in December. I will do a reading vlog on it, so share my feels with me. The next book I intend to read will be Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. I started listening to the audiobook on my commute to and from uni before the whole coronavirus thing, and chapter 1 pulled me in straight away. I immediately loved how it was written. It was just like, I see what you did there, Jay Kristoff. You have me hooked. So now I'm like, no, I have to get the book. So that's why I haven't finished the audiobook, because I want to read it. A female assassin that isn't Selena Sardothien? Say no more. I had so many high expectations of Throne of Glass and it just disappointed me. Whoa, whoa. I don't know if you can see that. This is all the books that I don't know when I will finish, but I will finish them one day. I'll do this from order that I will most likely finish first out of least likely, if that makes sense. The Princess Bride. I really love the movie and my friend gave it to me, and also this cover is gorgeous. I love the Bloomsbury editions. I also have the Song of Achilles with this, the blue cover with the bow and arrow heart. The King of Atolia by Megan Whalen Turner. This is the third book of her Queen's Thieves series. I will be doing a video on the series once I've finished it, but I highly recommend if you're into kingdoms, royalty and thieves and whatnot, all those types of shenanigans, and like traditional fantasy, because the first book is about a quest to get a stone. In my opinion, it's like the first book's very boring, but still it's very much worth it, because I wanted something that was set in a historical but fantasy world, if you know what I mean. Can't wait to see what Eugenides is getting up to as king. Alice in Wonderland. This was made in like 1956, I think. 1950s, I don't know when. Look at the pages. Isn't that... I love that. I don't have very many antique books. This is probably the most antique book I have, but this is really nice. A childhood classic. Look how small it is. The Bone Witch by Rin Chupeco. Someone gave me money as a present and I bought this because they didn't have the actual book that I wanted in store. But I really want to read more books about witches. Ever since reading Madeline Miller's Circe, I've just like had an obsession with the witch archetype. I find it very interesting. I want to see how the Bone Witch is. I like to see characters that are dark and deathly, if you will. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This was an impulsive buy. I bought it like last year and I did start reading it. It's good, but whenever I read a book that's set in like an 18th century England or London or whatever, and I have to be in the mood to read a story set in that sort of place, I don't know why. I will finish it though, because at least this is a standalone. All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. I don't want to be sad yet, so that's why I've been holding it off. But I know it's beautifully written and I will get into it when I'm in the mood. It's about a blind girl and a German orphan who will eventually meet in their life. Yeah, there's war in the background of it, so I know it's gonna be sad. Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. I've been slowly reading this for the past year and I got it from my friend, which thank you, Joe. But as I said, I'm not in the mood for sci-fi, so that's why I'm not reading it. I've been listening to the audiobook to help me, and Austin Butler voices the guy in this book, so that helps. But I don't know when I'm gonna finish it. I don't want to throw this one because this is a gorgeous book. Look at it. It's so shiny. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Again, you have to be in the mood for classics. And I've slowly been reading this for like 2 years. It's because I keep wanting to go on adventures instead of being stuck in a mansion with a Byron-esque man. A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkins. I got gifted this book as well. I can't say I'm in the mood to read this at all. And also look how fucking thick it is. Ever since I read Akrita, I have such a fear of 700-page books. Don't even get me started. I will get through this. I don't know when. I honestly don't know when. I just see how big it is and I'm like, I have no interest. I said I would be interested, but I don't know if I can commit anymore. The Anatomy of Story by John Truby. This isn't like a fiction book, it's just a book on writing and there's so much cat hair on it. As you can see, I've already started making notes. But this goes really in depth into storytelling. And I highly, highly recommend if you love writing or you want to go into screenwriting or any sort of writing. It doesn't even need to be professional. If you do it as a hobby, you should get this. They pull examples from actual TV shows, which I think really helps. And you can start to see the patterns that they talk about that are often present in those shows. So I highly recommend. Whisper in the Night by D.K. Hood. Now I got given this through someone. I have never read any sort of murder mystery or thriller, so I do have to be in the mood to read this because it's like, what's my top priority right now? My top priority is fantasy, so it will take me some time to transition to this genre, but it's doable. Of course, on my Goodreads I have many more books that are on my TBR. It's just, there's so many and I'm like, I need to just minimalize and be realistic about what I'm gonna read. I will get to those ones on my Goodreads later, but I don't know when. So that is my first TBR. Tell me what you guys are currently reading or what you intend to read, because I want to know. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!